So you might be trying to figure out how you can go through and use your Samsung Galaxy A56. Now, this is a really good phone. It's going to be giving you a bunch of capability and it's very powerful as well. So I'll give you a breakdown on exactly how to use it. By the end of this video, hopefully you'll be more than just a beginner. You'll be an expert at using this phone. Now, number one, I would always recommend putting some sort of case on your phone or some sort of screen protector on your phone. So what I'd probably recommend doing is finding some sort of screen protector, finding some sort of case. They can be expensive, they can be cheap, whatever you want to go. Just make sure you can basically put something on this phone that will make it make sense that it's not going to break or anything like that. Around this display though, you can see it's a fairly large display. So you're going to be able to get that hole punch display as well. A little bit of bezel around it, but it's not really anything super insane. It's not like anything we haven't already seen before. The sides of this phone are completely flat, so it's very modern. This is what most phones kind of feel like now, and it feels very premium too. The top, you're getting those two microphone holes. At the bottom, you're getting your SIM card eject tray, and you're getting a USB Type-C port. So this is how you can charge your phone. The phone does not have any wireless charging, so you're just going to have to charge it via this USB port. You're getting a speaker grill right over here. You're getting a few things on the right side. You're getting your power button, how you can power on and off your phone. And then you're getting your volume up and down button right here as well. The buttons kind of protrude a little bit as you can see, and it's actually really nice. I kind of like how that kind of happens. On the back side, this is your glass back that you're getting, which feels fairly premium. I like the way this thing feels. And you're getting your camera setup in the top left corner with flash. So you are able to go through and take photos with this thing and videos, which I'll show you how to do. And again, no wireless charging on this phone, but that's probably okay. Now you have a few different ways of turning on your phone. You can either click on the power button right here to just power it on, or what you can do is you can double tap on the display like this to also power it on. So you have a couple of different ways of kind of going about doing that, which is actually really nice. So you can go through and double tap on the display like this. You can also double tap to turn it off as well, which is pretty cool. Now this is the lock screen, and this is what you're going to see every time you go through and pop open your device. So whenever you do that, you're going to be able to go through and see your hole punch display up here. You're going to be able to go through and see your status bar. Whatever app you're in, you're always going to see something like this. You're going to see your battery life and all this stuff in the top right corner. And this is where you'll be able to see your time and your date. So your date and your time are going to be here. You'll have notifications if you get a text or a phone call or a message or something like that. All that's going to show up right here. And then you're going to be able to get your buttons at the bottom, your phone call buttons and your camera button. What's really cool about this screen though is that you do actually have the capability of basically customizing this lock screen. So what you can do is you can actually hold down on the lock screen button like this, or your lock screen in general, and you'll be able to come into this type of panel. So what this panel will allow you to do is it'll allow you to customize this page. So what you can do is you can tap on wallpapers if you want to customize your wallpapers. You can also tap on your date and time right up here if you want to. So you can tap it right up here. And you can actually change out like the way this is styled. So you can go through, you can change out the way it's styled right here. You can kind of make things look better or worse depending on what you want to do. You can also change like the thickness and kind of the other areas of these phones too, which is actually really cool. So that is something that's actually really nice, and you have that type of capability here for the most part as well. You can also change the coloring of everything too, and even the styling right here. So I would recommend just having fun with it. It's really cool that we have this type of capability, and I'd recommend just kind of messing around with it for the most part. Now, hopping back out, if we go and come back into here, if we swipe up, we'll come onto our home screen. Now, our home screen is going to be completely customizable depending on what we want to do. The status bar stays the same. You have your widgets, your app icons, your dock, and all these other things too. So what you can always do is you can go through and you can tap onto an application or even move an application or widget by holding it down like this and moving it around like so. So you can go through and grab it and you can move it to wherever you want to here. So you do have that type of capability. You can bring it up, you can bring it down. You can also go through and hold the application or the widget down like this, and you can remove it, you can rename it. Same thing with apps as well. You can move an application around by holding it down. And you can hold down on an application here to get more information. You can update an app, you can click select, you can remove it. It's totally up to you. The dock will always stay the same though. So no matter what home screen, whatever page you're on, the dock will always stay the same. So you can always move these applications around and kind of mess around with them that way. Now what you can always do too is whenever you're inside of an application, the Galaxy Store, for example, what you can do is if you want to go back home, you click on the home bar. The home button is this middle one in the status bar at the bottom. This will always take you back home. Same thing with gallery. If we click on gallery, click on home, it'll take you home. Play Store, which is where we can download applications. It's the same exact thing. You go back home by clicking on home. No matter what app you are on, it's going to show you home. Now, if you want to, you can also go through, let's say you're inside of an application and you go inside of another page. If you want to go back to the previous page, you can click on this back button right here and it'll take you back home. If you're using the gesture bar, you can just hold like the swipe the side button and you can swipe up to go back home. If you want to see all your recent applications though, you can always tap on these three lines right over here and it will take you into your recents page. So all those three applications we had just opened, they will show up right here. You don't have to do this, but it is good practice of sometimes swiping out of your applications as you see them. Now you can also swipe up on your home screen and this will show you all of the applications you have inside of your Android. So you can see you'll have a bunch of your applications here, you'll have a bunch of things. There's also a search bar if you want to search for a particular application. You will have the type of capability right here of basically seeing all that. So you can kind of go through and kind of modify this whichever way you want to. If you click back home, you'll come back home. Now if you swipe down from the top left corner, you basically come into this little status bar. So these are all the notifications you have inside of your phone. So you can go through and click on a notification if you want to open it up. You can also swipe out of all these notifications like this if you want to, or you can tap onto a notification to get more information from it and even respond back to the people. Now, if you want, you can also swipe down from the top right corner right up here, and this will bring you into this panel. So what this panel does is basically it goes through and it will basically allow you to customize all your quick toggles. So if you want to quickly change on and off your Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, if you want to see these toggles right here, you can also swipe down here to get access to more things right here too, which is really cool. Your brightness and your sound, you can put your sound up or down. You can modify all your sound settings. You can put things on silent or whichever things else you want to do. You have that type of capability here too, which is really cool. And then your music toggle and everything like that, you'll be able to kind of modify. Now, another cool thing is our settings application. This is a really big one I'd recommend you to kind of think about. For settings, if you open up your settings application, this app will give you a lot of information. So if you ever have any questions or just want to find a toggle or something like that, you can always click on the search bar right over here and it will bring you into this page. You can always search for certain things inside of this page. So you can always search for something and you'll be able to usually find it. So if you're searching for Bluetooth or something like that, you can search for it here. Now, this application itself is pretty straightforward. You have your connections, modes and routines, battery settings, a lot of different settings all throughout. A big setting I'd recommend kind of figuring out though and kind of modifying though would be at the very bottom, the software update button. If you click on software update, what I'd recommend doing is going through and clicking on download and install, and it's going to download and install the latest update available for your phone. I would highly recommend doing this because this is going to go through and give you just a better experience overall, especially if you just bought your phone, there might already be a software update available. So try software updating your phone and that will hopefully end up giving you a better experience. So that is basically how to use your Samsung Galaxy A56. It's a really good phone. I genuinely do think it's a really, really good phone for the most part. But like I said, put a case on your phone, put a screen protector on your phone. Just try to protect it because the last thing you want to do is having any big massive issues going on with this type of device. So in terms of that pretty much covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.